Alright, let's revive some dead spellcasters. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and welcome if you're new here. I'm Don, and today we'll be looking at Nekroz Magistus. I usually call this Nekro Magi. Let's get into it. Alright, so unlike usual, we'll start off by looking at the list. And that's simply because I want to talk about like two specific cards. And at first glance, there's nothing really out of the ordinary. We're still playing the same non-ritual ratios for the Nekroz, along with the same ratios for the rituals. The only cards that are usually in and out would be the Exosister and the Trishula, which it all depends on the type of deck that you're playing. If you're playing a deck like this or any Xyz decks, I would recommend the Exosister because it can easily reborn the monsters from the grave to extend your combos. As for the Magistus, we're playing 3 Ver because it gets you to the Lacrima, and Lacrima is a powerful card, very powerful. So why not play 3 Ver, along with the fact that it also recycles your banish level 4 spellcasters, which if you've been playing Magistus, you know that you banish your level 4 spellcasters a lot. As for the rest, it's like double spoon. You can play 3 if you remove either the Zephyr Saber and the Shurret. And if you're going to remove the Shurret, might as well just take out the Arid Bear because that's really why they're there. They work synonymous with each other. The Zephyr Saber is really just an additional spellcaster slash ritual summoning method because it can be used as a ritual spell pretty much. So back to the Magistus. We have the Zora, Crowley. So the cards that I wanted to talk about would be the Spoon, or Spenta as the English name would be in Master Duel. This is the reason why you can do like specific combos. It's not really the fact of it searching a Magistus monster, it's also the graveyard effect to equip any Magistus monster from your extra deck or grave, unlike Bear, which can only equip the extra deck monsters because it states that you can't equip a level 4 monster, which all the main deck monsters are level 4, so that simply means you can't equip nothing other than the extra deck monsters. And the next monster that I wanted to talk about would be the Omega, which without this card, if they had added the Spoon, then it would have been nice, yes, but if they didn't add the Omega in the upcoming set, then none of these combos would have even made sense because of the second effect that it has. If this fusion summon card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon a level 4 spellcaster monster from your deck, then equip this card to it. So if you're playing just Magistus Nekroz, you can just beam out the Zora, and that automatically triggers the Zora to special summon one of your spellcasters from the grave or hand, gain its effect. Or if you're playing something like Dracotail Nekroz Magistus, you can special summon the Lucius from the deck, and that would make Avance be a far more superior normal summon than it was in any other deck that it's been played in, just because it alone can get you to like either decks or even both. Alright, let me show you like a few demonstration with the combos. Alright, so usually I'll just showcase like a lot of Avance combos, and that pretty much makes the deck seems like it heavily reliant on Avance, where starting with Avance is really good, like it's the best play, but you also have lines that you can do with the Emilia. However, if you have to normal summon the Emilia, that would suck. But for persons who don't want to play 3 Avance, mainly because it takes up your normal summon, you can do like combos like this where you play like max Burnak, so you can search the Emilia and then summon without using your normal summon, and this is pretty much what you're going to see here. This is pretty much what you can get by starting off with Emilia. Yes, you have a few plays that you can do in your opponent's turn. You didn't have to go into the Saint. You can go into something like a Mekaba because you have a light monster on the field. However, that requires you to have like cards in the hand to discard, and that's specific cards in the hand that you can discard to negate either spell, traps, or monsters and banish them. along with Zora. That's also a monster negate by sending the face of Magistus. And the thing about that is, if you use Endymion on this material, then once you use Zora's effect to negate, you'd have to send the Zora. So if you go into like another Magistus fusion like the Saint, you can send the Saint and you can keep Zora for a follow-up turn, which is really good because you can just use Zora's effect to equip any monster from your graveyard, mainly a spellcaster, and then you can use the Kristen to return that to the hand. So let's say normal summon, or if it was a Emilia, you can return it to the hand to special summon because the warrior Nekroz is in the grave, and it can add you any Nekroz ritual or ritual spell. So that's really a plus. And if you're playing like one Biranak, you can always just add Unicorn to add back the Biranak to the hand. And with those out of the way, let's get serious with the Avance combo. Essentially, it's a all roads lead to Rome kind of thing. You just really want to get into the Synchro first and then fuse into the Omega, so you can use the Synchro's effect in the grave to destroy the Omega, which will trigger the Omega's effect, because whenever Omega is destroyed, it can special summon a level 4 spellcaster monster from your deck, and that's how you bridge into the Dracotail engine. So if you've been wondering how we're doing it, this is pretty much how we're doing it, by destroying the Omega and then triggering its effect. And the only way for us to destroy the Omega is by having the Synchro in the grave that was properly summoned for it to be able to destroy a Magistus card on the field and summon itself. So what we have right here is a monster negate by sending the Omega, and we can destroy a card on the field, and we have a spell trap negate, all off one card. And here's another Avance combo for the road. As I said, all roads lead to Rome, so there's like different ways to go about the combo, but as long as it gets you to the Synchro and then into the fusion, it's completely fine. So a combo like this, as you can see, you'd have to be playing 2 Artemis in order to get into the combo, because we use 1 in order to go into the Shorozo to Synchro summon, and then we use the next with the Synchro by equipping it directly from the extra deck. But the plus side of this combo is that we get to have the Zora, the Link 2, and a Dragite all off one card. And as I said before, this guy is really good, especially when paired with the Zoroa, because you can equip any one of your monsters in the grave, and then this guy can just return them to the hand if they're spellcasters. So you can easily recycle your Avance, so you don't have to worry about being in a state where you're being outgrind. As long as they don't destroy these 2 cards, you're pretty much good. And spell negate. If you've made it this far in the video, you can just leave a like, that'll be appreciated. And if you want to see more videos from me, you can check out my channel. And if you want to see more videos from me in the future, you can subscribe to the channel. And with that, let's get back into the video. Seeing 2 monster cards in a hand, hopefully you have an idea of what's about to go down here. But if you don't, just stick around and find out. And there you have it, the Dracotail Magistus combo. I might just show the list after this, so you should definitely stick around. It's like a bonus. So what we have right here is a monster negate, a pop once we use the mana. We have a spell negate along with like double banish from the grave, one for spell trap and one for a monster. So can't really go wrong with that. And it's really like a 1.5 card combo because you do need a monster in the hand, but everything was done using monsters on the field via the Avance. Alright, so this is it. The Dracotail Magistus Nekroz. It works pretty much how I showed you. Avance is a far better normal summon than the Lucius. Yes, they lose to the same cards. However, once they go off, the advantages that the Avance can get you is far better than what one Lucius can do. Because all it's going to do is add you a 5 mana, and you still have to have a monster in the hand just to get a set 1 and an Artholion on the field. While this is giving you a monster negate, 2 trap cards in the back row, and a pop 1. And that's the reason why we have like 1 Lucius, but we still have like 2 Mululu. If it's the worst starter to have, it's better than having Lucius only, or even starting with the Frixel. You can even like cut the Frixel because it's really mainly good in the branded variants where you can use branded fusion to send it. But seeing that we're not playing branded fusion, you can just cut it, to be honest, and probably even play one more Lucius if you're that like adamant on playing Lucius. As for the Magistus, we're not playing the Ver, we're just playing the Crowley along with the Zorwa and Spoon. For the extra deck, it's pretty tight because we're playing 2 Artemis to facilitate that combo that you just saw. But you could still do the Link 2 combo, but it all depends on you, to be honest. And with that, that'll be it for today, guys. Thank you for sticking around. See you guys next time.